Hey guys, Crazy here, back again with another Kingdom Come Deliverance video. In this video, I guess it's kind of a review, or kind of a response to the negative reviews of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think this game's awesome, I think it's amazing, and I think a lot of people do as well, but it's really been hit by a ton of negative reviews and negative feedback as well. I'm not talking about the idiots that have been calling this game racist or anything. I'm not talking about those idiots. Those idiots they're not even relevant enough to be, really mentioned at all. I'm going to be talking about like parts with the story, parts with the, well, not necessarily the story, the mechanics, the open world and stuff. A lot of people are expecting this game to be something that it isn't, and to be like really immersive and realistic and everything when it matters, but in other times it's supposed to be arcadey and like instant action and everything. But I'm going to cover that. I've got a few points, a few things I've picked up from my own video comments, like comments left on my videos and stuff, and things that I've read in articles, and this is just going to be kind of a response, my opinion on it, I guess, also a follow-up to my other review. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Now, one thing that was mentioned in my video, in my stream chat and everything, is that there isn't a lot to do in the world. There isn't like bandit camps, there isn't a lot of bandit camps. Now, first and foremost, I'm 7 hours into the game. Many people are at that level right now. There's not a lot of people that are, further than like 15, 20 hours into the game. The developers wouldn't want to be like, it's not going to put you into a dangerous area or near a dangerous bandit camp in the first 10 or 15 hours. You'd stand no chance of killing the bandits. The realism of the combat, the difficulty of the combat, you get absolutely destroyed by those bandits. People are asking to find bandit camps 5 hours into the game and everything, but if you did, you wouldn't want to find that bandit camp. You'd go in there, you get destroyed. It's not Skyrim, you can't 1v10 an entire bandit clan like you could in Skyrim or Oblivion. It's different, there's realism, it's immersive, it's realistic. And yeah, realistically there wouldn't be a bandit camp around every corner like in Skyrim. No disrespect to Skyrim, I'm just saying it's not. A lot of people are comparing it to this game to Skyrim, and Skyrim isn't necessarily the way to do RPGs. They did a really good job, like with basically everything in that game, but it's just an alternate take on an RPG. It doesn't mean it's correct in every aspect. And like I said, realistically there wouldn't be a bandit camp around every corner like in Skyrim. They would be hidden, and they'd be in like discrete places. Otherwise, if it was like Skyrim, say in real life there was bandit camps and stuff, if it was like Skyrim, those bandits would be discovered instantly by soldiers and wiped out. They'd get they're destroyed. It's just not accurate. People are expecting to see a massive castle or a massive bandit camp around every corner or in every forest, and it's just not accurate. It's not realistic. If you were in Bohemia, 1400, Bohemia in the 1400s when this game is set, there wouldn't be bandit camps everywhere. There really wouldn't. There'd be a few. They'd be hidden in places, but they certainly wouldn't be in radius of a big castle like Rete, which is the castle that I'm quite close to in the gameplay right now, or like Talmberg, or even Kalitz. There wouldn't be any bandit camps, proper super close by. Also, a lot of people are expecting to discover like huge enemy castles and like take part in epic, massive sieges. But in the first 10 hours of gameplay, people are playing this game for 10 hours, and then being like, "Where's the big battles? I was promised big battles." It isn't an instant action. It isn't like an instant action game. It isn't an arcade game. It isn't about all swords and fighting. It's got that's a component and a part of the game, but it isn't an instant action game. It's not Skyrim. Like I said, it's providing a different take and a different approach to an RPG. It's focused on immersion and medieval realism, and a simple like peasant villager. They're not going to be like involved in a massive all-out war or action-packed battle without some quest, progression and training. They're not just going to go from 0 to 10 instantly like Skyrim, where you're a prisoner and then you become a dragonborn within like 20 minutes. It's not going to be, again, no disrespect to Skyrim. I'm just saying, a lot of people are comparing the two games and acting as though Skyrim's accurate or realistic. It's not necessarily the hallmark of realism. Great game, but I'm just saying, both games are going for a slightly different like take on an RPG. People don't bear that in mind though. People have not really, thought about that. Also, many people are complaining about the game's performance and visual quality, but I can say from personal experience, I play on standard Xbox One, and on standard PS4, the game looks amazing. So I don't know what people are complaining about, unless they've got like a broken console or a low-end PC. I don't know what they're complaining about, but a lot of the people that are complaining, even in my videos and in the comments of my videos, they haven't installed the day one patch. Like, people are playing this game but not installing the update. It makes no sense. I don't know why you wouldn't, but believe me, I've seen, like a bit of an interview I wouldn't say an interview, but a bit of information on the internet talking about the changes that they made in the day one patch, in the day one update, the update that came out with the game's release on release day. And according to that article, I can't find it, otherwise I'd leave it in the description again. But according to that article, they made some massive changes and massive improvements to things like the frame rate and like the visual fidelity in the day one update. So I'd encourage anyone, whether you're PC, PS4 or Xbox One, go and install that patch. Why wouldn't you? I don't know why someone wouldn't install the patch, but definitely go and install the patch. I also think a lot of people are judging this game by the example of many other RPGs, like I said before with Skyrim. They're going for two different things. Kingdom Come is really one of a kind. No other RPG, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3, The Witcher 1, Fable, you know, I don't know, Assassin's Creed, Skyrim. Nothing's going for historical accuracy or, you know, putting focus on accuracy and realism. Historical accuracy and realism. It's really good, but it also has some downsides and drawbacks. It means that the developers are limited to what is considered like realistic and accurate. They can't take the liberties that they could, like people could, Bethesda could in Oblivion or Skyrim, where they can put anything anywhere. They could put a dragon, you know, on top of a mountain, and no one would argue with it because it's fantasy. It's not real. It's not supposed to be realistic or anything. But we all know this. Like, the developers made it very clear that this game isn't like Skyrim or Assassin's Creed. There isn't going to be an enemy fort around every corner of the countryside. They were very upfront and forthcoming about this game being focused on accuracy and realism. The developers were. So it confuses me as to why people are picking up this game and being like, you know, why is it quite slow paced to start off, or why is it, you know, super realistic and focused on immersion? That's the thing. The developers based the game for this. They built it around this. So I don't know why people are being confused when they're picking up the game and being surprised at it. It's what the developers said they were going to make in this game, and it's the thing that a lot of people wanted as well. So you got to know what you're playing. You got to know what the game's actually going for. People are complaining about it because it hasn't got, you know, massive 50 versus 50 fights and battles in the first 10 hours of the game. It's not going to. You start off as a freaking son of a blacksmith. You're not going to be in a massive epic war instantly. The only thing that I think the developers could have done a bit better and could have been, you know, improved in this game, mechanic-wise and feature-wise, is to teach players how to use bows, navigate busy large cities, and like follow quest objectives. This game really does not hold your hand or guide you with like floating arrows or like arrows on the map or the compass, and I like how immersive it is. It is good, but I really think that there should be a little bit of guidance just for when you start out the game for the first like 10 hours or so, just to give players a general idea of what they need to do, like how this game sort of goes about, you know, quests and objectives, things like that, goals. Just, you know, maybe for like the first 5, 10, 15 hours, just maybe give players a little bit more guidance, maybe some arrows or pointers like they do in Skyrim, just so you can sort of figure out the flow of the game and how the game handles objectives and missions and quests and stuff. Because if you see my streams, I've done, I think, 2 streams on it now, totaling about 7 hours of gameplay time, and I've had the hardest parts in this game so far. They haven't been fights. They haven't been fighting like humans in all heavy armor and everything, like I thought it might be. The hardest part was finding like a building, like where I needed to go and get my, I think, a mission from to be a guard in the city or something. And another hard part was figuring out how to lockpick and stuff. I feel like it needs to hold your hand a little bit more. The game needs to support you and guide you a little bit more at the start of the game, perhaps, because it's a really intricate and detailed. Everything in this game, the mechanic of everything in this game is really intricate and detailed. It's very daunting. It really, really is. I think they maybe should have put a little bit more guidance in at the start of the game. Just like that, get players, you know, give players a bit of a hang of the game, and understand it a little bit better. And then as time goes on, once you understand the combat and the archery and, you know, how the quests are handled, you know, how you're going to go and find the quest, it's not just going to come to you like warriors did in Skyrim or whatever. Once you get used to it, then, you know, pull out the little bit of hand-holding guidance that the game would give you. Also, I just used bows for the first time in my last stream. I think it came out a day before this video come out. Bows are an absolute nightmare. They're so hard to use. Bearing in mind, I was trying to shoot hares like rabbits. I think shooting humans will be a little bit easier, but still, they're an absolute nightmare to use. I think they're a little bit too hard. Someone said this. A few people said this in one of my streams of this game. I think bows are a little bit too hard to be realistic. They've gone a little bit overboard in terms of realism. Like you can only draw the bow for a couple of seconds before you exhaust yourself and have to, you know, loose the arrow and shoot the arrow. You can't aim for any more than that. It's very hard at first. Get used to that. It does not feel like you have enough time to aim or anything. But I mean, after a while, it'll get easier. But maybe they could have tweaked that a little bit, maybe. But anyway, there are all my points. That's my feelings on kind of, I wouldn't say backlash, but some of the negativity towards this game. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you agree with me or disagree with me, I don't mind either way, it's all good. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.